Hi everyone, it's Miranda here with the Sherburne Public Library, and today I am going to do a little tutorial on how to make some birdseed ornaments. So to do this today we're going to need a few different things. You're going to want some either wax paper or parchment paper down on your countertop. You're going to need 2 cups of birdseed, a packet of unflavored gelatin. You're going to want a couple cookie cutters, whatever your favorite ones are. We're also going to need some cooking spray, toothpicks, some cold water, and some boiling water. And let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up this gelatin packet and put it into the bowl. Okay, and then once you have that in there, you're going to put in 2 tablespoons of cold water. So I'm going to get that straight from the sink. And 2. I'm going to give that a quick little mix here in my bowl. Kind of see what's in there. And you want to let that sit for about 60 seconds, and then we're going to add 1/3 of a cup of boiling water. So while we're waiting for that, let's get our water boiling. Okay, so I now have my 1/3 cup of boiling water, so I'm going to go ahead and add that to my gelatin mix. And we just want to keep stirring that here for a couple minutes until the gelatin dissolves. You can kind of see all the chunks that we had with the cold water are starting to disappear in the bottom of the bowl here. Got a little bit further to go. Okay, so if you look now, all of it is dissolved in there. You don't really see any more globs of gelatin. So next we are going to go ahead and add in our 2 cups of birdseed, which I already measured it out. And you can use whatever kind of birdseed that you want. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to go ahead and dump all of that straight in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and mix it together. Make sure you mix it really well. So the gelatin is what's going to harden our birdseed ornaments to help keep their shape. And then once you think you've got it mixed good so that all of your birdseed is coated in that hot gelatin, we're going to go ahead and start packing our cookie cutters with our mixture. This is a little bit messy, but that's okay. Go ahead, I'm going to put it into this heart-shaped cookie cutter first. Oh, actually, you know what I forgot to do? The first thing you should do is spray your cookie cutters with Pam, so don't do what I just did. I'm going to get that out and spray it really quick. Do both of them here at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to try to scoop that back up in there. And you want to pack it in pretty well. So it might help. I need a smaller spoon here so I can press everything down. Add a little bit more. Make sure it's nice and full. Okay, and now that I have that one packed, I'm going to go ahead and do my second one. And this does get a little bit messy, but that's what the parchment or wax paper is for, so don't worry. Alright, so when you're doing this, you're also going to want to make sure that you poke a hole in it so that you can tie a string in it later. So I'm going to take out a toothpick. Try to make sure that we have an opening for our string. Okay, so once I have it all packed in there, I'm gonna help use a spoon to hold it down as I take the cookie cutter off. And you're just gonna leave it on that parchment paper to cool. Do the same thing with this other one. Okay, that one fell apart a little bit, but that's okay. Alright, I'm gonna respray this heart one with Pam because I like how that one turned out. And I'm just going to keep going until I run out of mixture to use. Okay, so as you can see, I've used up all of my mixture, and now I'm just going to leave it to cool to room temperature for a little while. Okay, now that they've cooled for a while, I've got my containers lined with parchment paper, and to lift them up off from the counter, if you want, you can use a spatula. I found that helped to keep them from crumbling when I pick them up, and you just put them right in. I'm going to put the lids on them and put them in the refrigerator for a couple hours, and we'll come back and see what they look like. Okay, so I have our finished product here. You can see they've been sitting in the refrigerator for a while, so they have hardened well. And I went ahead and tied some fishing line through one of the holes in the ornaments that I made, so you can kind of see what that's going to look like. But you can use whatever kind of string or ribbon or whatever you want. I just happen to have fishing line. And I actually recommend this project for the winter because if it's too hot outside, it will melt the gelatin and your ornaments won't stay together as well. But if also, another tip, if you don't have string or something to hang these with, you can even make these, and if you have a suet feeder, you can pop them right inside there for the birds. It's a fun little winter project, and be sure to check back because we're going to have some more tutorials coming up.